Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
Go ahead. Some sunshine and warm temperatures are in the near future. Will they be here for the weekend? All more coming up.
Plus, Zane Satre is in the studio with your national forecast. All this and more coming up on this Tuesday, January 26th edition of Size Eyes on the Skies. Size Eyes starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa. This is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. I'm here with Sam Gabrielli.
Good evening, Hannah. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good.
How are you?
Good. What an event out east the past few days.
I know. I had
goodness.
some friends stuck out in the highway. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, 25 inches in Central Park and parts of the Appalachians looking at 3 feet plus. I mean, it's a lot of snow. But here, we're looking at a snowstorm actually in the future. It's going to be kind of quiet, though, the next coming week here, actually. So we can having some technical difficulties. Hold on one sec. There we go. All right. The state of Iowa here locally, we're looking at temperatures in the 20s, generally flirting with 30 degrees, actually. Des Moines sitting down here at 30. 30 is also in the Sioux City area. Current wind chills looking a little cool out there to the northeast. And then 23 in Des Moines. Day planner-wise, tomorrow, waking up 14 degrees at 8 a.m. At noon, 26, getting a little warmer. And at 4 p.m., we're flirting with that freezing mark. All more coming up, folks.
And now it's time for tonight's weather story. On this day in 2002, the high in Webster City was 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which broke the record in that area. Other locations that broke records that day were Ames with a high of 67 degrees Fahrenheit and Waterloo with a high of 65. And now here's Zane with the national forecast.
Oh, sweet, I'm on the TV. Well, it's been pretty active across the nation the last couple days, and now it's finally starting to quiet down. Coming up, we'll talk about if it's going to get active again later on.
And now we are joined by Zane with the national forecast.
Thank you, Hannah. It's been pretty active across the country, particularly if you're out on the East Coast last weekend. Now it's not looking too bad out there. 47 in New York, considering what the weather was like there a couple days ago. That's not too bad. 30s, maybe 20s across most of the northern half of the country. Down south, not too bad at this hour. If we head over to the northeast, apparently there's just not much going on outside of New York City. 47 there. There's the rest of the northeast. 37 in Syracuse, 40 up in Augusta, Maine. Down south, temperatures not too bad for mid-January, if you think about it that way. 68 in Orlando, 74 down in Miami, which is pretty nice. Out west, San Francisco, 56. Santa Monica, 65. That would feel amazing this time of year. And then up north, temperatures pretty mild as well. 54 in Seattle, 58 down in Salem. Over in the Midwest, temperatures pretty average for mid-January. 30 degrees in Des Moines, 26 in Minneapolis, 39 down in Hayes. And then there's North Platte that just kind of crept in out of nowhere at 34 degrees. Across the country today, highs not too bad. 38 St. Louis, 28 up in Minneapolis, 49 down in Dallas, and then 79 in Miami, creeping up to 80 degrees there. So some fairly good spread of temperatures across the country. Clouds and radar right now. A cold front draped across the southeast part of the country, dragging some rain through Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. and then some snow showers creeping across the Great Lakes right now. If we head on over there closer, you can see maybe just a little bit of lake effect snow coming off of Lake Michigan onto the lower peninsula, and then some various other scattered showers in Canada and across the Great Lakes at this hour. Watches and warnings right now, not too much across the country really. Some flood warnings to the south along the Mississippi River, a winter weather advisory out in West Texas at this hour. But if you look at the East Coast, where we were seeing, and across the south, colors, just warnings everywhere over the weekend, it's finally cleared up, so it's not too bad, and then there's those flood warnings across the south again. Now, if we head into the future and see what's going to happen as we move ahead throughout this week, you can see that cold front and this low pressure system drags itself to the east as we head in through the rest of the week, slowly moving in towards the eastern seaboard. A little bit of a clipper system kind of swings in out of Canada across Wisconsin and Minnesota and into the Great Lakes nearby Michigan. That's going to slowly move east. We have more rain showers headed into Seattle and the Pacific Northwest once we get into Thursday morning, and then that system will continue to move into the mountains into Friday. Highs tomorrow, not too much different than they were today. 34 Minneapolis, down south 63 in Dallas, and our warm place across the world, 74 in Miami. Our pick city for tonight is Charlotte, North Carolina. Weather there was pretty ugly earlier over the weekend, a lot of ice there, but now if you look across the rest of the week and into next week, not too bad. 55, chance of rain on a Wednesday. Thursday it clears out into the mid-50s. 64 on Saturday, 67 on Sunday, and it stays warm into next week.
Thanks, Zane. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. Which scientist photographed thousands of snowflakes with one of the world's first photographic microscopes? A. Wilson Bentley, B. Thomas Rolls, C. Henry Ford, or D. Robert Buick?
I'll have more coming up on the much anticipated warm temperatures. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back, everybody. Iowa-wise today, we're looking at cloudy and windy skies in the near future here. Warming weekend, actually. We got high pressure rolling in. There's going to be a lot of sunshine and some warmth, and the snow chance is in the future next week, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see how that is looking into the future here. Current conditions out there, Ames is sitting at 28 degrees, overcast skies, wind out of the west-northwest, 3 miles an hour, not too serious. Humidity sitting at 77%. There we go. Current temperatures, we're sitting at upper or mid-20s here in the northern portion of the state here. Des Moines sitting at 30 as well in Sioux City. So temperatures are sitting right around average actually for this time of year. Current winds are out of the west-northwest, 10 miles per hour out there in Sioux City, and then it's actually increasing a lot as you get to Davenport, 20 miles an hour. Winds also out of the west out there as well. Wind chills, we're currently looking at 23 in Des Moines. 14 in Mason City, 21 in Ottumwa, and Waterloo is also looking at 15 degrees for a wind chill, folks. Clouds and radar-wise, we got a lot of snow out here actually draped across the low pressure system that rolled through, and we are actually sitting in the clouds on the back side of this low that's actually moving on out, and high pressure will be dominating. As you can see, all these clear skies out here in the Great Plains, portions of the Rockies there. And we got 2 low pressure systems, actually one out here as Zane touched on earlier, and then one down here in the Gulf. They'll be moving on out. We'll have some high pressure rolling on through into tomorrow. Futurecast is showing that tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. And then as you can see, more clouds will be increasing actually later in the day tomorrow as you're heading off to bed. 11 in Marshalltown for a low. We're looking at 16 in Ottumwa for a low as well. And then Fort Dodge and Sioux City are also looking at 12 degrees for a low temperature. Highs are sitting in the 30s tomorrow, actually, just above freezing. Actually 36 in Council Bluff, 37 out there in Sioux City. As you get farther west, it gets warmer, folks. Forecast tonight, we're looking at 13. Gusty wind chills out there. Feels like 0 degrees, actually, so you better bundle up if you're heading outside. Winds out of the south-southwest at 5 to 15. Tomorrow, 35 degrees here in Ames. Very cool. Like I said, becoming a little partly cloudy, though. High pressure will be rolling in. So prepare for that. no more clouds. Our extended forecast, we're looking at 33, like I said, tomorrow. 35 come Thursday. The weekend's looking pretty nice, up in the 40s Saturday, Sunday. And then as the week rolls on, we're actually looking at a potential low pressure and possible storm coming through Monday on into Tuesday. Back to you guys.
Let's take another look at tonight's trivia question. Which scientist photographed thousands of snowflakes with one of the world's first photographic microscopes? A. Wilson Bentley, C. Henry Ford, B. Thomas Rolls, and D. Robert Buick.
What do you guys think?
I have absolutely no idea.
I
I'm
think
going
it's
Henry Ford. It's
definitely
the
D.
only guy I've heard of. But
It's
I've heard of
definitely
Henry
D.
Ford. Buick probably has something to do with the car.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
letter A, I guess.
I've never
Hey.
heard of him before.
I haven't either. So, yeah, like I said, we're looking at potential snowmaker coming on into
Right.
Monday night into Tuesday. So that should be an interesting. We're going to get our shot, hopefully, of a big blizzard here.
Well,
We'll
That would
see.
be
Especially-
exciting.
Especially, I mean, this is pretty early to think about
Right.
because that's, at least a week away. But
Yes.
the Iowa caucuses are Monday night, next Monday night. Obviously a huge deal in politics. So
That
when
could-
weather affects those things, it makes a big impact. So we'll have to watch
Definitely.
that.
We will.
Definitely. Well, that concludes tonight's edition of Size Eyes on the Skies. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.